This is part 3 of how to digitize any custom design into a patch. In the first 2 videos, we worked on the applique and satin border stitch and then the fill stitches. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I'll make sure to link them in the description. So in this video, we're going to be working on satin stitches for other shapes as well as the run stitch. Okay, so to draw this stem, I'm going to use the same draw with points tool, and this time I'm going to select the satin column stitch. And again, this does have push and pull compensation. The pull is going to come inwards toward the center of the shape all along the stem, and it's going to push outward at the ends. So I'm going to give a little bit extra space when I'm drawing this. I'm going to right click to close, and then I'm going to tell the software which direction I want the stitches to run. So I want them to run perpendicular to the actual shape. So I'm just clicking and dragging, and then right click when I'm done. And the shape is a little bit wonky, so I'm going to fix it up. And because the shape is so small, the push and pull compensation isn't going to be that significant. That's why I'm not being as dramatic as I was when drawing the leaf. And then again, for the density, I think I'm going to bring it up to about 5 points. I think I'm fine with the length. And for the underlay, I'm just going to keep edge run and parallel. For the satin border, we use edge run, parallel, and zigzag, but the shape is much smaller. It doesn't need that much stabilization, so I think just edge run and parallel will be good. I'm going to go ahead and change the color. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to do the run stitch for the little detail in the leaf. So for the run stitch, I'm going to draw it in the same manner that it's going to stitch in the machine. So if I turn off my stitches real quick, I want the run stitch to come down here and then up this, back down, keep going, go down, come back up, keep going, up, come back down, and then all the way to the end. So I'm going to zoom in, turn on my stitches, and select draw with points and then run. Now for the run stitch, I'm going to hold control the entire time that I'm drawing the shape. I don't want any curves, I just want straight lines. So while I'm holding control, I'm just clicking all along this line, and then I'm going to go backwards following the same line to create a little bit of thickness. So in this step, I am adding a bunch of points. If I only drew one line, the run stitch would be very thin and it wouldn't be very prominent, and that's why I'm going to do multiple passes to add thickness to the stitch. And once I get here, I'm going to go all the way up, and again doing a few passes going back and forth, adding some thickness to the line. You can do 3 passes, you can do 5 passes, just don't make it too stitch heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this line. And I'm really just creating random lines. I'm not trying to be super perfect. And then right click to finish. Oops. And zoom out. And that's it. Now the stem and the leaf details are the same color, so I want the machine to stitch them at the same time without having to stop. So if I zoom into the stem, I see that currently it's starting and stopping from over here, and the run stitch is starting here where I began the drawing. If I turn on the jumps, I can see that I'm getting a jump over here. I don't want that because these are the same color and the machine should just be able to stitch through them without stopping. So I'm going to stop this first shape all the way over here, and then the machine is going to go directly from this satin stitch to this run stitch. So now there is no jump stitch in this section. And for the final details of the leaf, I'm going to do another satin stitch for these little holes. So again, drawing with points, doing the satin column, and because this is such an organic shape, and again, it's a small shape, I'm not too worried about making it perfect. I'm just going to quickly draw, tracing over the shape. And then I need to add my stitch directions for the satin stitch, and then right click to finish. Make sure my stitches are turned on, and then I'm going to change the color. And I have the density set to 5, that's fine. For an underlay, I'm going to get rid of the parallel completely. Again, it's such a small shape, I don't think this needs it. And then I'm going to draw the rest of the little holes. And if you really want, you can pay attention to push and pull compensation here, but again, the shape is so small, you're really not going to see much of a difference. Okay, so I'm just going to check jump stitches. I see it has it going from here to here to here to here. I think that's fine. I might just adjust this a little bit. And then we're done. So that was the satin column stitch and the run stitch. They're pretty simple. You should be able to get the hang of it pretty fast. So that's it for this video. This patch is really starting to come together. All we have left to do are the letters and the background.